Hey Aries, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is a timeless reading for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or wherever Aries falls in your chart. Cross-watchers also welcome. And my intention for this reading is to help you come into better alignment with your highest good in this moment. Let's see what's going on with Aries. First card out, we have the Seven of Wands. So you're feeling like you need to defend your ground somehow. You're feeling like there are attackers coming in some sense to take what you have or to try to convince you of something that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing. What's the challenge here? What's the challenge that Aries needs to overcome? Figuring out who your real friends are. Three of Cups in reverse tells me that you've had some false friends, and you've probably intuitively known or felt this for a while now, but something about your definition of friendship has been loose enough to include people who don't have your best interest at heart or in their mind. People who are either monitoring spirits or working against you or have jealousy in their heart to the point where they feel like they need to undermine and gossip and tear other people down in order to buoy their own self-worth. I'm getting that very strongly, that you have like enemies in your midst. It might require really purging an entire friend group, because there are going to be some who are not enemies, but they want to remain neutral. So, like fighting the good fight, so to speak, it feels like a losing battle. It feels like, I'm getting the sense, let's say for one example, that there's like a group of 6 friends, and 2 of them are pretty toxic. But they're subversively so. They keep it on the down low. They keep it quiet. They're able to convince most of the people that they are well-meaning and well-intentioned. And then there's you and like 1 or 2 other people who really see what's going on, but kind of tolerate it. Feel like, well, it's not going to get to me. It's not going to get me down. That's just how friendship goes. Some people are bad apples, but they're not bad apples all the time. Excuse me. So it's okay. Like, you make excuses and allowances for it. Maybe you've known them a long time. Maybe it's just too much trouble to sort of try to exclude them, or you don't want to be like grade school friend vibes. You don't want to be that person who pushes someone out of the friend group. Like, you don't want to be the toxic one. So I'm getting that, like, this complicating factor that I was picking up on is what I want to describe, because you'll some of you are going to resonate with this. When you identify the 1 or 2 people who are represented by this like false friend card, the 3 of Cups in reverse, this like, I come to the parties, I come to the gatherings, I come to the celebrations, but it's not to celebrate. It's not out of a spirit of being supportive. They have ulterior motives. They have like, it feels villainous, but it could be very small time. And I think the difficulty is that it could be something that isn't overtly wrong, but it's diminishing or damaging you in some sense, where you feel like you're constantly having to like defend or fight off or just like, you're out there doing your thing, and your friends are creating this upheaval, or one of your friends, or one or more of your friends, creating this upheaval where you need to put extra effort and attention and energy into dealing with their nonsense about you, rather than just doing you. So this complicating factor that I really want to drill down on for a second. Sorry, not for a second. I know I'm going on about it, but I feel like I need to get this energy out before more will come. So what you identify the ones that are problematic, and you wish that it could just be as simple as getting them out of the friend group. The problem is not everyone wants to identify their feelings in such a deep way. Some people just want to deal with the world on a surface level. And by you making it deeper, by identifying these deeply problematic people for you, they're going to see you as the problem. The other people, the neutral people, are going to see you as the problem because you're the one making it an issue. So it's like that's one complicating factor. Then there are going to be the people who sympathize with you and understand, but they don't want any sort of drama or negativity in their life. They are not as solidly grounded people as you are personally. So they need a stable friendship circle in their life in order to feel solid in their own groundedness. And if they lose that, they will lose their ability to stay grounded. So it's more urgent, more primal for them to defend their own need in that sense. So the reason I kind of explain all of that is to explain to you, when you're going through this, you might lose that whole friendship circle. And it's not out of a sense of disloyalty to you. It's much more, it has like tentacles. It has like wide-reaching reasons for each individual involved. And I think one or two of them may remain like individual friends with you, but if you have this big group of friends, it's not something that like you're going to be the one that has to exit and like start fresh somewhere else to build the life that you want. 10 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck tells me this hardship that is making itself known so early in the reading is really to get you in alignment with the life that you're meant for. A prosperous life, a happy life, the life that you envision for yourself. And I think Aries, you're like, well, if I gotta let it go, I gotta let it go. Because I can't keep living in this Seven of Wands energy. I can't keep taking all of my time and energy to fend off attacks or criticisms or problematic drama that's going on from people who are supposed to be my friends, my cheerleaders, my supporters. Okay, your focus is on moon energy. This, like, maybe I'll never know. You're staring into the abyss of this situation, the unknowable aspects of it. Like, it's a mystery. I just don't understand it, and I don't feel like I ever will. I feel like you're ready to shed and move forward into the unknown no matter what. But this is also emblematic to me of accepting things that you're never going to know, that you can just walk past and leave it in the shadows, and you don't need to shine a light on it. You're perfectly fine just carrying on about your business, following your own path, even if it means like not understanding why it all went down. What led up to this in the recent past? Page of Wands in reverse. I think this is one of the friends that you started to identify as like a meddler, as a problematic entity in your life. This is someone who is like a little bit devious, a little bit curious. Their actions are surreptitious. They're digging up things. They're trying to uncover pain points. Oh, this is weird, sticky energy. It's not going to be exactly the same for all of you, but it's like they've got their own drama, their own stuff, and really you'd be better off just steering clear. Like I said, I don't think this is like big time villain energy, but it's more insidious than that. It's like the small time, like constant, like gnawing away at something good. It's kept you out of alignment. This Chariot in reverse at the bottom there. This person has a way of kind of pulling people off their path. I don't want to look at that energy too much. I don't want to identify with it. I don't want it like seeping into my reading right now. It's problematic. I'm going to leave it at that. And I think if this reading resonates with you, you already know who this is. And I think also my normal tendency to want to dive in and understand an energy was precluded by this, like the moon card coming out first, saying like some things can be left in the shadows, some things don't need to be uncovered. And I think their neuroses is something that you don't need to investigate. Okay, the reason this is all happening from your spirit team's perspective, we have Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So this is someone who either needs to exclude people from her circle or exclude herself from the circle. We have this energy of separating from a group to whom you used to believe that you belonged, and then this mothering, nurturing, resourceful, grounded energy that we were talking about. This is to get you into that state, to rise up into your potential of groundedness, of abundance. And I don't want to be a sensationalist. I know a lot of readings nowadays are just talking about money, 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 but I am getting that with the Queen of Pentacles quite strongly. I'm getting wealth, material abundance. And this Five of Pentacles, as the meaning of it is really this, it's chaos and change in your material world, which is most often indicated by like leaving a situation that you feel you belong to, or literally moving from one place to another. So that could be it for you. But what I was picking up on here in the way that archetypal paradigm energy isn't represented in this art is a little bit like squirreling away your resources and then leaving, right? So you have this character leaving, but she's got her pentacles kind of hidden away there. And I get that coming through a bit in terms of how your situation is going to play out. Like, that will play a part in how you become more financially abundant moving forward as you separate your energy from this problematic person or this group entirely. In the near future, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. I think this is representative of the parting of ways. It's like an emotional choice that you made to align yourself with someone or a group that is being undone. But it's going to surprise you that there's some opportunity for return. So with the Judgment, that tells me that you're going to be in the driver's seat when it comes to making a choice about something that was put on ice or seemed like it was over, and whether or not that's going to have a chance to breathe new life into it, to revive it in a sense, to bring it back. And I don't think it's related to this particular group, at least not in the short term, not for like the next 6 months or so from whenever you're watching this. It feels like This is reviving something else, something older from your life. You could be reconnecting with a group of friends that you've lost touch with, kind of replacing that social circle in your life, the time that you would spend. Or it could be something else that fills that time. An old hobby or a side hustle that you had. I do think there's going to be an external prompt for this. I don't feel like it's just going to be a realization that comes from within you. I feel like someone is going to reach out to you, or you're going to receive some sort of message, like a text or an email or a DM about this thing. You're going to be like, oh yeah, I used to hang out with these people, or I used to do that activity. I'm going to start doing that again, or I'm going to start spending time with them again. It's going to play a key role in your pivot toward a life of abundance. So pay close attention when you have an opportunity to revive something. Your hopes and fears, we have the Six of Pentacles. For a lot of you, I feel like this is saying that the problematic aspect of this relationship that we've been talking about with the friends has been financial, has been someone who is, how do I want to say this? Okay, there's two possibilities. There's someone who is very spendy, very likes the finer things, wants the group to always do the best, the most extravagant, the most flashy thing. So it's kind of causing everyone else to overspend. Or it could be, and that's the way that they're kind of bleeding other people's resources dry and keeping them off their highest path, is by always suggesting, like, let's go out to the nicer place, or let's, like, oh, you didn't get your nails done? I have this great person. She's a little expensive, but it's like they're going to do the best job. You should definitely go there. Like, wanting everyone to spend up to their level, and it's kind of tapping the resources away from what you could be using it for, that's gonna build your abundance. Okay, so that's a really strong one that's coming through. The other one is kind of the flip side of that, where instead of them being the one who has the resources and deciding how it's divvied up, they're one of these characters, and they're putting you in this role. So it could be that they're the one who never has enough, and is always like, well, come on, help me out, or can you just loan me enough to get through? And so they're tapping your resources that way. They're like a drain on your energy. Can you just, maybe they're even if it's not like money, it could be time. Because if you spend hours with them on the phone or helping them with things that they need help with, that's time that you can't spend on your own abundance, right? And friends should be there for each other. And that's part of the reason why it's been so difficult for you to identify this as a toxic influence in your life. But it's one of those two where it's like, you want to hold true to your ideals in terms of how you are altruistic, how you help your friends, how you believe that friendship works, that friends should be there for each other in certain ways. And on its face, the way that these friends, these problematic individuals have been behaving is fully within the context of how friends should rely on friends, right? But when you look at it at a deeper sense, it's like, okay, fine, you're not doing anything technically wrong, but I can't have this in my life anymore. I've got to part ways because it's like either a money pit, or I can't like handle you constantly holding me to your standard of living. I don't want to spend on the nicer clothes and the nicer boots and the nicer dinners and the nicer nails. Like it's something about your desire to unravel this rat's nest of your belief system with your reality. Show me how this all turns out. We have the Hierophant and the Chariot in reverse. Two major arcana cards coming out together to say it will be possible for you to uphold in your mind the way things should be. But it will mean a parting of the ways from everything that you're not in alignment with. Chariot in reverse tells me that there's going to be a strong identification of the things that are misaligned for you personally, and that it will feel like you're doing the right thing. And if there's any sort of official quality to this, whether it be legal or governmental or any sort of rules involved that you're concerned about following or breaking, this tells me that you'll be on the right side of that. The Hierophant in the upright means that you're going to find yourself judged as correct, or you're going to be the one who is seen by your little microcosm society as doing things the way they should be done. Some of you are concerned about fallout online. I just got that really strongly because I got like your followers are going to be on your side, like your subscribers or your followers. You might lose some subscribers, but they're going to be the ones who weren't aligned with your messaging. Your advice is the Page of Cups in reverse. Sometimes it's okay to be a little selfish, to be a little, no, there's a word that I want to get to describe this energy that I'm feeling. It's like, bratty. Okay. It feels like a whiny baby, okay? That's the energy that I'm feeling. It feels like a toddler throwing a tantrum. And what's coming through as advice is that sometimes you don't have to be the buttoned up, in control, mature, I have it all together person. Sometimes what's called for is to let it out, throw the tantrum. Like, I don't know if this is saying to do it in public in view of others, or to just like cathartically, therapeutically in private, like throw your tantrum, let it out, scream, thrash around on the floor. It's like there's something pent up inside of you emotionally that needs to get out. And I feel that quite strongly. Another aspect to this message as advice is to recognize that sometimes other people are not... like they're moving through the world in an adult body, speaking adult language, but inside they are really toddlers. They are emotional toddlers, and you can't expect emotional toddlers to be reasonable. They're gonna use adult speak. They're gonna say the words that adults say, but inside, they're not there. They're not capable. So it's not just to say that not everyone is on your level. I mean, we're all unique snowflake individuals going through this world, and everyone's experience is valid, even theirs. They're just not for your best good. And maybe you're not for their best good either. Right? Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, Aries. I hope this helped. Take care, and I will see you back next time.